This one's 150. Well, give me 100 naira. Yes. Okay, so I want buy potato now for one basket. How much that one go be?
2.5. I will PTB 2,000.
Now, so the price be everywhere.
Yes.
Even if
for my own size, I never know another place. For my own size,
you think the thing they cost?
It costs. Because before I buy one bag of Irish, 30,000. Now I don't find the 40,000. So the bag of Irish, you know they reach 20 baskets. Now only 19 baskets, 20. If you had a set of 2,200, maybe I will get my own.
Your own cut.
If you ask, I say 2,000,
Wait to be your name?
My name is Ubanta.
Ubanta.
Yes.
Well, that's the case of Ubanta. In a recent World Food Program report, it puts the cost of food in Nigeria as the highest in the world. There you've heard Ubanta giving us the price of onions in the basket, pepper in the basket, tomatoes, and it varies. So now he's saying that if he doesn't sell at that price, he may not be able to make much of the profit in the entire market. Now, is this really a reality on the report that was being released recently by the World Food Program? We're here in Utako Market in the nation's capital to have a reality check. I am Itogi Mo Edet.
Food is an essential commodity of life. We cannot live without it. The most unfortunate thing is while it is indispensable, many around the world cannot afford their most basic meal to keep themselves going. So, the question then becomes, how much is a basic meal really worth, not just in Nigeria, but around the globe? In a recent report by the World Food Program, it however put Nigeria in second place with the most expensive food in the whole world, with nearly 60% of household income spent on food at $222. This was calculated in relation to people's income. So, Rootstv Nigeria decided to visit a popular market in FCT to cross-check why the high cost of food in the country.
So this is Utako Market, a popular Utako market in the nation's capital, Abuja, and this is the main entrance of the food market where you have everything from tomatoes. My friend, how now? Who is it? You waiting up where you no fine? How they sell this one? 1,000. For onions for basket, how much you be? How much will be for basket? 800 naira. Okay, now the cheapest be that. The thing costs for bag. You don't go up. All right, well, there you've heard it. The prices have gone up. Apparently, that's why they are selling the way they are selling to make up for. Thank you, madam. Thank you. So, like I said, this is the main food market. Thank you. Where you have the entire everything you need. Everything you need. But similarly, there was a report also that Nigerians' income, 60% of it is spent on food, which is why we're here to see and check if that is actually true. Well, it's quite muddy here. I guess it's because of the rain. So this section sells meats, goat meats, so you can see butchers. Okay, how now? Where does that? How do they sell full goat meat like this?
Today sounds by side. 18 days, 20 days, 15 days, 14 days, 13 days, 12 days.
But why the price be like that? Did you say things cost or waiting? Before, how much it be? Before
that 12, everything they cost. The money no day. Before that 10,000.
10,000 for one full one.
For one full one. Then they buy 12.5 before you come they sell.
Okay. So if you don't sell it like that, you know go make your profit.
Money don't complete now.
In our reality check, we had to converse in the local pidgin English where necessary for a better understanding of the subject matter. We decided to check on this fish seller who revealed that he buys a 2 kilogram of live fish at the farm for 500 naira and resells at 1,800 to 2,000 naira. That's triple the original cost.
Bros, how you doing now? How do they sell your fish?
Depends the size, sir.
Like this? This size, how much?
Okay. I'm coming. Okay.
This size, how much?
15114.
The other one, call. How about this one?
152. But this one is 2.5.
Now so you be, or now you just add money. Now so the price be everywhere.
Now what you buy?
On a weekend like this, it is expected for this otaku market to have hundreds of people coming in to buy foodstuff. But from what we have seen so far, the market looked kind of scanty. And that's because of what these butchers have told us, that there is really no money in circulation and the prices of foodstuff are quite expensive. And so people seem to have minimized how they come to the market. I'm here with one of the butchers here in Otaku Market. Thank you, sir, for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
Why do you think the crowd is not much today?
Thank you very much, my brother. You see, things nowadays, everybody know what is happening in the country, especially the scarcity of the commodities in the market. What we been normally bought before about 5 years ago has increased. A bag of rice before, we bought it at a rate of 7,500, 8,000. Now it's roughly 18,000, 18,000 plus. So that is why you see some people to come to the market with the little money they have.
Yeah.
They believe the little money cannot enough for them to buy what they determine to buy.
Now, the World Food Program says that Nigeria, food cost in Nigeria is the most expensive in the world. A lot of people have been debating that fact. That
Yes.
food, do you agree with them?
Yes, yes, they are correct. They are correct. If it is before, we will not see them just like this because the buyer will accumulate more than now. The buyers are lesser than
The meat itself.
the meat himself. You understand? So that is why you see the meat, and it's very costly. For instance, now this cow, before they were buying this cow 150,000, 120 before.
Yeah.
But now it's roughly 300,000, 280.
So a full cow is over 200,000.
Over 200, over, even some, there are some now that over 300,000.
While we continue on our reality check, these experts agree with the World Food Program report. They say the challenges in the agriculture sector in Nigeria are enormous.
A lot of times the big holder and middlemen are the ones actually swamping and manipulating the agriculture sector, and this is a challenge. In terms of, for example, you have exploitation of pricing. So from the farm gate price into the market prices, you see the middlemen buying and more like extorting the goods at very low prices, and yet they go to sell at higher prices, which is what is plaguing the whole.
So in other words, these women, smallholder farmers, actually do make much profit, even when we see lots of food stuff in the market.
Exactly, they put in the hard work, and yet they do not make much profit, especially in terms of value addition. They are not really involved in the processing and trying to create value addition. Therefore, their access to markets is very, very low.
In the past, when the government was doing growth enhancement support scheme, you find out that some communities that does not plant maize, we are giving maize seedlings and maize seeds. It is wrong targeting and waste of our commonwealth as a country. So consultation and participation in the budget process helps in terms of right targeting to even know the needs. And moreover, access to credit is a challenge for these smallholder women farmers.
Back to the market, we found this buyer and seller who strongly agree with the report, however, attributing the high cost to a lack of proper preservation.
Why is that so?
I don't know why things are just too expensive in the market. So if there's anything the government can do to improve the situation, we will be happy. want to appeal to the government to please help us bring down the prices of, especially though foodstuff. Foodstuff is a bit okay, but then we'll be happy if it can go
cheaper than the way it is.
Than the way it is now.
I say you're buying millet. How much usually? Was it before now?
The millet?
Yes, what you're buying, the modu.
Millet, we used to buy 150 at most 200, but now the madam is selling 300 naira.
Madam, why are you selling it 300 naira? Okay, they say we have the most expensive food in the world. Foodstuff are very expensive in Nigeria, different from other countries. And
goods are more expensive too. The preservation.
Okay, so in other words, we waste food.
We waste food. We have to look how to preserve food, especially these perishable goods. Because now that they are doing fasting, the perishable goods are more costly. Why? Because they don't preserve it. If you buy it today, tomorrow it has already spoiled. So if there is means of preservation of it, it should be better.
As we leave Utako market, there is a concern about the prices of items here in the market. We've also sampled the opinions of sellers and buyers, and it has been a general complaint that prices of items are quite high. We may want to align ourselves with the World Food Program report, which puts Nigeria's food as the most expensive in the world. Well, we leave this for the government of Nigeria to see what can possibly be done to ensure that we don't spend 60% of our income on food stuff. We hear that Egypt has the least and the cheapest food on the continent, while the United States, New York State, has the cheapest in the world. Some of the challenges being meted out by the people we have spoken with, I mean, has to do with silos, how we preserve some of these food items. Some of the guests we have spoken with earlier now mentioned that there are really no budget for the agriculture sector. Even if they are quite small. Remember, Nigeria is a signature to the Malabo agreement, which means that Nigeria has to give over more than 10% to the agri sector in its yearly budget. Well, from Utako Market here in the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Itogi Mo, reporting for Rootstv Nigeria.